Hey, gang, in this episode, we're going to talk about the 10 skills that you need in 2024 to get to 100 grand. Well, we talk about 100 grand too much. We talk about six figures like it's super easy to get. But with these skills, if you're not making 100 grand, you must got a drinking problem or a drug problem. So, my name is Rob from the Zero to IT Hero program, and my job is to help people like you get certified. So we do not run ads on these podcast episodes. So if you could do me a huge favor, like the episode after you listen to it for a little while, share and review on whatever platform you're listening to. So let's get straight into it. First thing that is going to be a skill that is going to be valuable for quite some time to come, but it's going to be super hard and super complicated, especially if you don't like math. It's going to be quantum computing, right? So quantum computing sounds as sophisticated as it really is. So basic, long story short, quantum computing utilizes the principles of quantum mechanics to perform complex calculations significantly, like way faster, way faster than regular computers. It really has the potential to revolutionize a bunch of different fields, whether it's cryptography, optimizing healthcare, drug discovery, just all different types of stuff, right? So with quantum computing, like I said, if you don't like math, it ain't the one, man. But it is definitely one of those that is going to be a factor for quite some time to come. And if you're looking to get to the bag, it's definitely one of those things. Now, I would say to get into quantum computing, just like anything else, you got to start learning, got to start researching. You really need to understand the basics of quantum mechanics and quantum computing principles to really be able to do it. It's a bunch of different, languages that you can look up as far as programming languages. You can, do online courses. You can go to workshops and just experiment with different quantum algorithms and simulators to kind of gain more insight on, what quantum computing is and what it can actually do, and what it does and what the impact of it is, right? So that would be the first skill that can lead to a serious bag. The next thing is, especially since you guys a couple days ago or about a week ago, the Apple just dropped their Vision Pro, right? So pretty much some augmented reality headset that you can rock out, do all that type of stuff, but you can still see the things around you. Now with this headset, you still look like a complete idiot, but it looks fun to mess around with. I haven't used one. I don't have really the desire to use one, but let me know in the comments or wherever you're listening to this. Let me know if you've used the Vision Pro. Somebody actually just got arrested for doing too much. They were driving a Tesla hands-free while using the Vision Pro at the same time and got arrested for doing that, right? So one of the biggest things, one of the skills that if you are well versed in it, if you're interested in it, that's going to get you a big bag. It's going to be anything in augmented reality or virtual reality. Definitely augmented reality, right? So virtual reality is still hot, but augmented reality is super hot, right? So virtual reality, if you don't know, it literally immerses you into a virtual world. Everything is fake. Augmented reality actually augments your reality, right? So you put on these glasses, you put on this headset, you put on whatever it is, and you're walking down the street and there's a dinosaur walking down the street. You can see the dinosaur. It's your street. The street is real, but the dinosaur isn't. It augments your reality. So this is going to have an impact, and is already having an impact on a lot of different industries. I mean, from gaming to education, healthcare, almost every skill that I'm going to mention today, healthcare is probably going to be impacted by it by one way or the other. So it's a bunch of different ways to, get more familiar with augmented reality and virtual reality. You can, learn different frameworks, whether it be Unreal Engine or just different types of frameworks that these platforms are created on and run on. You can take, different courses, look up different videos on AR or VR development, get really, really proficient in, the design principles and just experiment with different applications and interactive experiences. Now, different trends and different things come out all the time with AR and VR. So if you are interested in, really making this happen, you definitely need to, stay abreast to those things. And one of the best ways to do that, believe it or not, is by Twitter too. If you follow the right people on Twitter, it's like a gold mine. The next skill, so we're 2 skills down, and we're doing top 10. Did I even say that? I don't know if I said that it was going to be 10 skills, but anyway, it's going to be 10 skills, right? So we're down 2. Here's the next one. This might be one that you aren't as familiar with, but it's something called RPA, robotic process automation, right? Now, I'm pretty sure you are familiar with automation, right? It's automating things that humans would do, right? Instead of you having to do the same thing over and over again, it just automates it. You do it one time, teach the software, teach the robot, teach the application how to do it, and they'll do it automatically for you, right? So the difference with RPA is it involves, automating repetitive tasks using software robots to increase efficiency and accuracy. So RPA is used in a bunch of different places. Data entry is one of those places, something that you hate. I hate as well. Well, I can't say I hate because that's another thing. I don't know. I can't remember if I put it on this top 10 or not, but data analysis and data analytics is another thing that is going to always be beneficial for you, always bring you some money because the truth is found out in the data. The numbers don't lie, and the details don't lie. But anyway, RPA, you can use it in data entry, report generation, and to really make workflow processes a lot better. The best way to do this, or a few different ways to do this, right? You can try something called Automation Anywhere, something else called Blue Prism. You, once again, online courses, in-person courses to learn just the fundamentals of, robotic process automation and workflow automation. You can really put this to practice by building bots to automate different tasks and just, streamline your life, and just if you have a business or if you know some business owners, to streamline the processes that they have. The next skill that can lead to a really big bag is DevOps, right? So development, ops, IT operations. So basically, DevOps is a set of principles that combines both of those two things together, and it shortens the system development lifecycle. And that way you can deliver, high quality software continuously. So if everything is going smoothly, it should be too easy. Shouldn't be too many breaks, shouldn't be too many things messing up because you have a smooth operation. Now, DevOps has foundations, pillars, and principles, and you definitely need to learn those things. And there's different pipelines. There's like a CI or CD, which is continuous integration or continuous deployment. You got infrastructure automation. You got a bunch of different ways to learn, a bunch of different things you would need to learn if you want to be proficient at DevOps. So I will look into learning tools like Docker or Kubernetes or Jenkins or Ansible, just to name a few things that are. Wait a minute, I just thought about something. If you're just listening to this, you're crazy. Every episode that we listen to from now on, there's 2 things that you have to do. 1 or 3. 1, you got to share this damn podcast. 2, you got to review anything below a 5-star. I will personally, no, I'll be very sad. That's all I'll do. I'll be very upset. So I'll review it. 5 stars. I'm taking out time away from my family to help you provide for yours. So 5 stars is the minimum requirement. And lastly, is a pen and a piece of paper. Take some notes, right? And go over everything that I said. And bonus, or what really is important, execute on what I'm talking about, right? So the next thing we're going to talk about is IoT, Internet of Things, right? So Internet of Things, basically meaning that damn near everything you can think of is connected to the internet. I remember a time to where it was a big deal to have the internet on your phone. I know that may seem like, oh shit. I mean, you had a phone without internet? Hell yeah, I had a phone without internet. No internet. Man, now you're down like literally my washing machine and dryer. It can't. I don't connect it because I'm a security minded guy. But my refrigerator can connect to the internet. My car can connect to the internet. Um, your smartwatch, everything, your TV, everything can connect to the internet, right? So that's what the Internet of Things is. Pretty much means that connecting everyday devices to internet to collect and exchange data. That's another thing. Is if you have any type of concerns about privacy or any type of security related issues, you may really want to think about what you connect to the internet. You don't like the internet doesn't have to know everything. A lot of you guys are kind of willy nilly with that stuff. Buy everything on the internet, connect every device you have to the internet. A lot of y'all probably have what the hell is her name? Alexa. Y'all probably have Alexa listening right now, right? But hey, whenever you have convenience, it's not going to be secure. Always remember that. So, like I said, everything connects to the internet. Sensors, shit you can wear, appliances, and even industrial machinery. So the best way to go about learning about IoT, honestly, is just to look at the things around you, and just see how they connect, see how they work. Or you can go even deeper than that, kind of get into microcontrollers, whether it be Raspberry Pi or something different. There's a bunch of different resources online for IoT development, and integrating that stuff into the cloud. Believe it or not, you can build like a Raspberry Pi. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you should take notes, and then you can Google it once you get done with this episode. And you can build pretty much a whole computer on something as small. Anyway, that's your homework. Google what a Raspberry Pi is, right? So Internet of Things, we're 4 skills down. If you're taking notes, 1, 2, 3, 4, actually 5. That's 5 skills down. So this is the 4th one. So this became a big thing during, what we just experienced a few years ago when everybody was confined to their homes, and that's the blockchain, right? Most of you guys should be familiar with the blockchain if you know about cryptocurrency. Though most cryptocurrencies, or all cryptocurrencies, are built on the blockchain, just a digital ledger to tell you what happened, who has what, and when they exchanged it, so on and so forth. The biggest thing about blockchain is that it's decentralized, right? Unlike traditional currencies that are centralized, had all these different standards, Bitcoin, especially when it first started, or just cryptocurrency in general, doesn't have the same standards, right? Now, Bitcoin is the most popular. Bitcoin right now is the most valuable of those coins or currencies that are on the blockchain. So, like I said, it's decentralized. It's a ledger used to record all the transactions across the network, right? One of the biggest things about cryptocurrency that's different than other currencies, at its core, it should provide transparency, security, and kind of differentiate itself from other currencies, right? You can create smart contracts. That's another, homework buzzword for you if you don't know what that is. Chain management is another thing that we can look at. But if you don't get anything from blockchain is literally just a ledger. Think about it as a security guard at a fancy hotel who writes down every person that comes in. Mr. Johnson came in and did this. Miss Jane came in and did that. It's a ledger of, who did what and when they did it, right? There's a bunch of different ways to learn about the blockchain. You can do online resources and look through stuff. You can buy some cryptocurrency from different exchanges. But the blockchain, pretty much, allows you to look at all the transactions. And there's another thing, you can look at white papers that will pretty much tell you everything that you need to know about different cryptocurrencies and stuff like that, right? Just like with any of these other skills, you have to, you have to make sure that you do your research and that you're well aware of, let me see, of the value, because that's one scary thing about cryptocurrencies. Other than the big ones, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and a few other ones, there's been a lot of coins that are worthless. So you just got to be careful. Okay. Next up, or the next couple ones, we don't have to go as deep because you guys should be a lot more familiar with these. So one of the biggest skills that you need to learn is cloud computing, right? That's pretty much where most companies are going. It's where most companies are located. It's where most companies are investing most of their time and efforts into the cloud, right? So long story short, if you don't know what cloud computing is, it's where you deliver computing services over the internet, whether that's storage, databases, networking, or services, right? The advantages of cloud computing is that you don't have to physically have a server. You don't have to physically have a certain device. As long as you have connection to internet, you have connection to the cloud. So this will enable, whether it's a small business, a big business, in between business, or person, to scale super quick, right? You can scale your resources on demand, and you can borrow resources on demand, right? So instead of you having to have 100 servers, you can borrow 100 servers from the cloud. So best way to learn this is looking at different web services, whether it be AWS, Azure, iOS, iCloud, just looking at different services and just seeing what would make the most sense. You can get certifications in these different services just to learn and have an in-depth knowledge of these different cloud services. Now, I already mentioned the next one already, so I'll kind of go quickly through that. And that's data science and analytics. I'm telling you, data, that is going to get you a bag. Now, if your ass don't like numbers, which shouldn't have to be said, maybe you shouldn't fucking do something that only revolves around numbers. Like, don't look at just the salary. Look at what you're actually going to be doing day to day, right? Now, this is kind of, the second one, or the second one, is going to not be a surprise. Right now, anything in AI and anything in machine learning, absolute anything in AI and anything in machine learning, you're going to win. So AI and machine learning, involves different types of algorithms that enable computers to learn from data and perform tasks, without explicit programming, and they learn, right? So the more input you put into these machines, the more they learn, the faster they get, the smarter they get, the easier things get for them to calculate, because the more data they have, the quicker they can process issues, right? So the programming can be, different type of natural languages. It could be predictive analytics. This, if I do this, then you're going to do this. This then statements or this or statement, so on and so forth. And the best way to learn with this stuff is some more math. So, if you dive into, mathematics, statistics, and programming, of course, and a lot of this stuff you can definitely look into different types of online resources, whether it be college, whether it be boot camp, whatever it is, to learn more. Now, the last skill that you need to learn is really the first skill that you need to learn, because this is going to be forever and ever today and 100 years from now when somebody's listening to this and I'm long gone. Cybersecurity is going to be number one. And this is near and dear to my heart because cybersecurity changed my life, and it's changing the lives of my students, because this is how you really, really, really get to the bag, right? So cybersecurity involves protecting computer system networks and data from digital attacks, right? And the crazy thing about cybersecurity is that it affects everybody, from your grandma all the way up to Google, one of the biggest corporations in the world. Everybody wants their shit to be secure, and they're willing to pay you really, really good to secure that stuff, right? So you're gonna be doing all kind of stuff, implement security measures, making sure that you're being proactive, detecting vulnerabilities, and most importantly, when shit does hit the fan, how you respond to security incidents. Now, for my students, the way that they get their cybersecurity skills and get the things they need to get the jobs that are going to reward them monetarily is through the Zero to IT Hero program. So in that program, they get networking certifications and they get cybersecurity certifications. One of those certifications being an awesome certification called Security Plus. Now, if you're a little bit further along in your journey, we have programs and certifications for those as well, whether it be CISSP, whether it be CEH, or CAS Plus, or whatever you're looking for. If you're trying to, level up to be a penetration tester, level up to be an ethical hacker, all that stuff is covered there. But you definitely need to have cybersecurity experience. So let's do a quick recap. The skills you need to have: quantum computing, AR and VR, RPA, DevOps, IoT, blockchain, cloud computing, data science, AI, and cybersecurity. Other than that, I'll see you in class.